Hey everybody, Chuck Barone. It is Tuesday, November the 28th, 2023. Back again, let's rock the house, man. It's got a lot of news today, a lot of information to pass along, so I don't want to dally with too much fluff. But before I get rolling, let me take a second, welcome everybody to the show. And as always, thank you guys for your support, man. We appreciate you guys showing up, watching these videos. It keeps us going. All right, so let's talk about these markets today. Markets rally. I guess the ongoing consensus that the rate hikes are finished, the cycle is over. We've won the battle against inflation and we can all celebrate, and the market rocks and rock and rolling. The Dow up another 83 points today, now sitting at 35,416. That's about a 1,000-point rally. The NASDAQ up 40 points, 14,281. The S&P, the broader market, up 4 points, 4,554. So all three indexes flying high. I guess I'd be happy if I was really an investment advisor. I probably would be talking to my clients about some long positions as well. You got to figure earnings are holding up, even in the face of these high rates. Consumers still spending. And inflation rates coming down, even though the cumulative effect is pretty nasty. So I guess, there's reason to be bullish, but I got to say, my gut tells me this inflation fight is not over yet. As much as they want it to be, it isn't, and we'll see who's right here. Bond market, like the stock market, rallying like crazy, man. The 10-year falling another 6 basis points. Now sitting at 4.34%. It was just a very short time ago that the 10 years approaching 5%. So you're talking a dramatic decline, market-driven decline, basically on hopes and rumors more than reality, I think. The 2-year comes down 11 basis points today, now sitting at 4.75%. That was well over 5%. So rates coming down, not so much mortgage rates yet, but Treasury yields coming down. We'll see. I think, I'm still waiting for that glitch, that bump in the road, that the one thing that's going to happen in this inflation fight that they're not going to be able to gloss over or deny, and that would be a shockingly high inflation number. I don't know when, but we're going to get that, because it just cannot be this easy to knock down inflation the way it's been going. I don't buy it. Anyway, we'll see. Dollar today continuing down, of course, with the idea that the rate hike cycle is over. Higher rates, of course, strengthen the dollar. They're already discounting in now rate cuts. Dollar coming down, sitting at 102.76 on the index. I guess they're not going to be happy till they knock it all the way down. I don't know. Metals today rallying up, man. Wow, look at these numbers. Gold up $26.20. Now sitting $2,039.80 for an ounce of gold. Silver up 38 cents today. Now sitting $25 even for an ounce of silver. I was telling you guys these numbers were going to happen soon. I just didn't realize it would be just a couple of days. I think it won't be long, and people will look back at these numbers, especially $25 silver, as an absolute discount bargain price that everybody should have snatched up. You'll see it's going to happen, man. Oil today rallies up $1.51, back above $75, sitting at $76.37 for a barrel of West Texas Intermediate. I tell you, it's just a trading blip. Oil wants to trade between 70 and 75, and that's where it's going to be. You'll see it. Bitcoin up $1,173 today. Now sitting at 38,137. Huge rally continuing for Bitcoin. Lots of rumors in the market, shrugging off any kind of bad news on cryptos. The rally goes on. For all you guys out there holding Bitcoin, awesome. Good for you guys, man. Making some nice gains. All right, so let's talk about some stuff here today. I wanted to talk about the cost of living and how pissed, everybody keeps talking about the economy is doing so good. How come everybody's so angry? How come Biden can't get any credit for the good economy and blah, 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 all this nonsense, okay? Check it out, guys. It now costs $119.27 to buy the same amount of goods and services as $100 bought before the pandemic. So you're talking 20% inflation over 2.5 years, and they're talking about how good it is and how everything's just going to be wonderful and great, and it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Prices have gone up in the past 2 years as much as they did over the previous 10 years before it. Groceries, electricity in your house, up 25%. Used cars going up in value, up 35% since 2020. Used cars typically don't go up in value, guys. Okay? So this is some nutso crazy stuff. Auto insurance up 33%. So even if you can't afford a new car, you're not crazy enough to take a $700 to $1,000 a month payment on a new car. You're dealing with 35% price increases on frickin' used cars, and it costs you a third more. So your regular, $100 a month insurance is now $133. Everything going up, and what to what, really? Used cars, I can't get over that. Rent up 20%. Now, what do they keep telling us? Oh, everything's getting better, man. The worst is behind us. Everything's going to be okay. Prices aren't rising as fast. We're going to hit this 2% target. They keep telling us over and over, blah, 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 ad nauseum, how we shouldn't be concerned, we shouldn't be angry. What they don't say is that prices are still going up. Prices higher, and not even close to coming down from these 20-25% gains we've seen over the past couple of years. Now, if you have 3%, if something was $2, now that same something is $2.25, and you get 3% inflation, it's on the $2.25 now. But they don't go back to what the original price was to show you that increase, right? So they say 2%, 3%, these numbers, they don't show the cumulative total that everybody's frickin' living with, right? List is long, man. It's sad. Coffee, up 23%. Fresh fruit and vegetables, up 15%. In October 2020, the Census Bureau showed that a 4-person household spent $238.32 per week on groceries. A new survey now shows the same basket of groceries is now $315.22, roughly a 32% increase. Then they wonder why people are pissed. I mean, and that doesn't even include, we're just talking pretty much the grocery store here, which is blaringly obvious to everybody that has to buy food, which is everybody. It's pretty hard to avoid buying food, right? So we see this with our eyes. These numbers are real. And yet these yo-yos want to keep telling us that everything is great and getting better, and we're going to be right. Everything's just going to be hunky-dory. Bullshit. These prices are never coming back down to what they were. They're not. So this now, where we are with prices, is the new normal. The $315 is the new normal. We're never going back to the $238. And the prices are only going to increase from this $315 number now. Then they wonder why people are pissed. They're taking all the wage gains. Finally, the middle class picking up some wage gains. And they're barely breaking even with this. So, you finally see your paycheck going up. You're thinking, okay, this is maybe my chance to stash a little bit extra money, get ahead of the game, or buy that whatever I've been putting off. And you're finding out that even though you're earning more money, it's barely keeping pace with what your old paycheck could buy you back before all this inflation. Crazy times, guys. And today we got the Federal Reserve, these yo-yos. They intentionally want to confuse, right? So now you get the hawkish side, the dovish side, both talking freely with reporters. You got Waller saying that he's increasingly confident that rates are sufficiently restrictive, so meaning no more hikes, and even hinted at cuts if inflation is tracking down toward 2%. Okay, good. Goolsby talking about progress on bringing inflation down at the fastest pace since the 1950s. Austin, buddy, did you hear any of this? Food, 25%? Well, you're bringing it back down, so you're going to stop it at what, 28%, 30%? Good job, guys, right? So they're talking basically out their asses. Then you got Fed Chairman Bowman coming in saying another rate hike could be necessary. It could be, got to have it to get inflation down. So now how the hell are you supposed to make sense of this? Make rhyme or reason? You're not. You're not. They don't want to tip the market off. They don't want to let the markets know that their chances are they're done with these rate hikes, even with inflation where it is, even with these numbers I just read off. Well, the Fed wants to claim victory. There's nothing we can do to stop them. We're just going to know better, right? A couple of quick things. U.S. home prices hit another record, over 391,000 median price, 8th straight month of records. Vegas, however, leading the going down in price group, very small group. Prices down in Vegas 1.9%. Listen to this, guys. The median price was $449,550 or $950. $449,950 was the median price. Now $449,000 flat. So that's going to make a huge difference, knocking off that $950. I can see the stampede of buyers coming now. Okay. Bank of America today fined $12 million for lying about mortgage information, mortgage applications. The sin, what did they actually do? They weren't disclosing the race, sex, or ethnicity of their applicants. This has nothing to do at all with qualifying for a loan. Okay? And the idea that these regulators, this is supposed to be optional. Okay? The idea that these regulators could fine them $12 million for that? More crazy, guys, right? And then we're making a big deal about greedflation. I've been talking about it since this inflation situation has started. I was reading today the largest egg producer, this Cal-Maine egg producer, the company that reported a 718% spike in their profits. Really? Now the investigation showing price fixing has been going on probably since the pandemic. Surprise! Corporations are greedy. Surprise! They'll do what they got to do to get their profits in. Surprise! Oh my God, this is shocking news. Guys, it's just the same old, same old. The guys that write the rules exploit the rules. Working people like us, we get what's left. Okay? Anyway, that's it for the day. Appreciate your guys' support. If you could, guys, please hit the like button. It changes the algorithms around, gets our video out in front of a few people. A few extra people might not have a chance to see it. As always, hit me up with your questions and comments. I'll be on later today to shoot the breeze with you guys in the comments section. In the meantime, we'll be back tomorrow to bring you the news you need. Until then, guys,